Have you ever felt like you were running on autopilot? There were a few moments in my life where I felt exactly like this. Waking up in the morning, going to work, coming back home, eating something, binge watching TV series, going to bed, repeat for the next 4 days. Now I decided that my life can be different. And that's where the Odyssey Plan helped me understand my life and also plan for it. I'm here in the south of France, partly because of this Odyssey Plan. And today I would like to tell you all about this and maybe encourage you to try and plan your life for the next 5 to 10 years. The first time I tried the Odyssey Plan maybe 15 years ago. Since then, I did it 3 times. And all of these 3 times, it helped me understand what I was doing with my life and how I wanted to live it further. So Odyssey Plan was developed by 2 Stanford professors. The Odyssey Plan is a framework of a design thinking, and it aims to help you understand how you see your life in the future and prototype for this future. To make it simple, in the Odyssey Plan, you need to think about 3 potential futures. First is the future you are living right now. Think about 5 years ahead, about how your life would enroll for the next 5 years if you continue doing what you're doing right now. Number 2 is the life that you are going to live if what you're currently doing is not an option. Think and imagine what an alternative to your current life would be. And the third life is a wild card. It means that if the money is not an issue, if you have all the money in the world, so you don't need to grind for it, what would you do with your life? Look at all 3 different lives, 3 different scenarios that you laid out in front of yourself, and ask yourself questions. How do I feel when I think about each of them? And then this will allow you to decide, what is my next step? Do I want to continue living the life I'm living right now? And how much I'm willing to change to live the life of my dreams? And all 3 times when I did it, it helped me pivot from the places where I was in the past. There were situations where I felt stuck and I didn't know what to do. And running this mini workshop allowed me to unstuck and to see a little bit better the perspectives, ask the right questions, and modify my life. Here are the 3 lives that I have imagined back in the day. Life number 1. I would continue living in the big city, work in startups, be a marketeer. Life number 2. Move to a smaller rural area and get an analog job. For example, get a flower shop, or maybe produce vegetables or cheese, or run a bakery. Number 3, life number 3, the wild card, would be to become an entrepreneur and live in the rural area. And now, many years later, here I am, trying to be an entrepreneur, building a startup, and living in the rural area. Things may change in the past, but I'm quite pleased right now with how my life unfolds. Why Odyssey Plan works? First of all, it works because maybe for the first time, you open up and you lay down your thoughts on the piece of paper. And as a next step, you share this potential future lives with somebody else. And as a next step, especially if you want to pivot career, you try to talk with people who are already living this career, and you somehow throw your wishes out there to the universe. You share them and you get some sort of validation about them. This is really cool. It's like about this visual boards about your future. A lot of people think that this is some sort of bullshit, and I also thought that it was kind of bullshit as well. But for the last 2 years, I started creating them, and actually they work. And why they work? Once you lay this out and you put it somewhere visible and you look at it every day, it goes back, like it actually sits on the top of your head. And every action that you do on daily and weekly basis is then directly or indirectly connected to what you see on your visual board. My visualization board 2 years ago contained a microphone, a laptop, photos from different travels and airplanes, and also being with people. And that's exactly what happened. I started socializing more, I traveled more, I launched my YouTube channel, and I started a podcast. And I don't know if all of this would happen without the visualization board. Because again, for me, the visualization board is like a reminder of your intention. And want it or not, you're somehow moving towards this future that you see. But let's go back to the Odyssey Plan. In the box down below, I will leave all the resources that you can check if you want to do this Odyssey Plan by yourself. But if you feel like you are procrastinating, even though you want to do this, but maybe you don't have enough motivation and you would like to have a guided workshop about your Odyssey Plan, you can join me in 2 weeks through Eventbrite, and I will run a 2-hour Odyssey workshop to help you design your future. So if you want to do this, either alone or together with me and with a group of like-minded people, go to the box down below and check the resources or sign up to the webinar. Meanwhile, I've got an amazing update. My logistics company told me that 2 days ago they shipped all of my stuff from Berlin to me here. And so hopefully before the end of next week, I will be reunited with all of my things and can slowly put them everywhere and start feeling like home. Another good news is that almost all the mosquitoes disappeared, except the one that bit me last night. But for the next 2 weeks, we're going to have really lovely weather here. Maybe something between 20 and 24. And so I could not wish for the better weather, especially when I know that more north, even in Paris, it's already getting colder. When I was in active treatment for breast cancer, it was one thing that I realized. I have only one life. And regardless what I believe or don't believe, I will die. And what really matters is how I spend this time on earth and how it makes me feel. So doing a job which I don't really like, which does not fill my life with joy and my soul with sparkles, doesn't make any sense. But doing something that wants me wake up every morning and do it again and again and share it with others, that's the meaning of my life, and that's how I want to live it. Unfortunately, I had to go through this traumatic experience of having breast cancer to realize that, because believe me, I knew before that I had only one life, and that, yeah, I had to live it well. But especially when I was confronted with this disease, when I literally felt that my life had expiration date. Never, ever before that I felt about this expiration date. And that's what pushed me towards choosing the path that fills my heart with happiness and joy and not frustration. I don't want you to go through this. I don't want any one of you to go through some serious illness or crazy disease. But I want you to start thinking right now, is the life that I'm leading now good for me? Does it fill me with joy? Does it make me happy? And the Odyssey Plan is the super pragmatic and practical exercise towards that. So why wait? Take this pen and paper and try to prototype your future. Or if you feel alone in this endeavor, join me on the online call from here in 2 weeks. And I see you in the next video. Bye!